What's up, everybody? This is Dr. Kai Dupe, Coding While Black, episode 49. Today is April 12th, 2021. First thing, as I mentioned before, I'm rocking my HBCU hoodies, right? Maybe you can see that if I go down right there, see that PV? Houston, Texas, a little bit outside Houston, Texas, actually about 20 minutes from where I used to live before I moved to the Seattle area. But I wanted to talk about HBCUs for a moment. You know, in my research, a couple things came out. One, it came out that African American students do best when they have at least one African American teacher. And so some of the findings of that would be we need to get more African American teachers in universities. Something else that came out as part of the lit review was it's a known fact that in college, professors have been known to discourage African Americans from pursuing careers in STEM. Just one of the studies that I can recall right now came from Bayer, and Dr. Mae Jemison kind of confirmed in a separate interview that that's happened to her, and I can confirm it has happened to me as well. When I was attending Trinity University in San Antonio, I went to my advisor and I said, "Hey, I was majoring in computer science, and I said, hey, I want to double major, right? I want to major in computer science and business." He looked at me, you know, shockingly, like he was shocked by that request, and said, "Well, I wouldn't recommend that. I don't think you have what it takes to graduate with a computer science degree, let alone double major. Maybe you might want to pick something, an easier major, and leave it at that." Of course, I ignored him, changed advisors, double major, graduated with both degrees. So that discouragement didn't affect me, but it was absolutely there. And so what I want to take that into in this conversation is, you know, when you're looking for your pathway into computer science or into tech or into software development, you know, I asked this question in my study, and all these different methods came out, right? Oh, you can go get certified. You can go to a boot camp. You can go the traditional route and get a college degree. You can teach yourself. All these different methods, and they work differently for different people. Most folks in the study said that for black folks, they still would recommend that the path they take would be college, right? Because it's the most solid, you know. And we talked about how a lot of times you work with folks who didn't go to college and they only went to a boot camp or only taught themselves, and you can see those gaps, right? The basic foundational understanding that's missing. So I also agree with that. I think college is the way to go. And I can go deeper into that on a different post. But I want to talk about, you know, I don't know the exact number. I read this stat somewhere that most STEM graduates come from HBCUs, right? And that's something to think about. You know, when I was in college at Trinity University in San Antonio, Texas, I was, the population was like 3,000 or 4,000 students, and it was 1% minority, right? Not 1% black, 1% all the minorities put together. Now, I was a, you know, rich school, elite school, what have you, but it was right there in San Antonio, so it was convenient for me after attending Texas A&M for about a month and really feeling isolated. You know, you talk about 40,000 students, and I never saw a black person. I lasted like 1 month there. Not to say you got to see black people all the time to feel comfortable and be successful, but it don't hurt. My point is, you're always, when you go into a computer science degree, engineering degree, STEM degree, those are challenging degrees. And you're going to need all the support you can get. You definitely don't need somebody telling you what you can't do. Now, one of the biggest regrets in my life, and I don't have many, was not attending an HBCU. And I'm counseling my children. We're looking at HBCUs right now. They're in junior high and high school. I can't speak on it. I never attended an HBCU. But everyone that I know that has, they have this camaraderie and this love and this feeling of belonging. They definitely don't feel isolated. You always hear them talk about how it feels like a family, how they were encouraged and they were living and dwelling in their own culture. I can't say any of that. As a matter of fact, while I was pursuing my degree, I felt like I was pursuing two different hurdles at the same time. One was trying to navigate the very difficult terrain of a computer science curriculum, while at the same time trying to survive in an environment that was hostile. And it was hostile. In an environment that was hostile, not welcoming, and where I felt isolated, where I felt like I didn't belong. I felt like I just felt like an outsider. And so, you know, you had that pressure on you trying to fit in while at the same time trying to pass these very difficult courses. So that's my advice for today. That's my takeaway for today. If you're going to go into STEM, if you can go to college, I think that's the best route. And if you're going to go to college, please, please, please look at an HBCU and go that route. So that's my message for today. Go to an HBCU to study STEM. It's your boy, Dr. Kai Dupe, coding while black. I'm out. Peace.